Hi, my name is Noah Meldrum, and this is my presentation on substance use disorder treatment and the efficacy of online interventions. The goal of this study is to measure the efficacy of online treatment for substance use disorders to draw comparisons between online treatments and in-person treatments. Online treatments for substance use disorders are relatively new, with most facilities only beginning to offer online treatment during the COVID-19 pandemic. There have only been a handful of studies researching the efficacy of these treatments compared to in-person treatments. People who are diagnosed with substance use disorder are a highly at-risk population who need effective and acute care to avoid personally disastrous or lethal outcomes. Intuitive approaches to substance use disorder treatment have had varying levels of success in the past, and we have little in the way of concrete data showing the efficacy level of online treatment for substance use disorders compared to in-person treatments. The reason we began to provide online treatment was mostly logistical. We provided online treatment because in-person treatment was restricted or disallowed for safety reasons for an extended period, and we needed to find a new means to provide care. Now we need to examine if this vector of care should remain available and supported, and currently there's limited data supporting the level of efficacy this method actually provides. The objective of this study is to determine if online treatment for substance use disorder is as effective as in-person treatment for substance use disorder among a population seeking therapeutic treatment for substance use. My hypothesis is that online methods of therapy are as effective or more effective in treating substance use compared to in-person therapy. For this study, data will be collected through a mixed methods process using a combination of the DAST-10 substance use screening, as well as subjective self-report, including self-reported sobriety and a personal experience questionnaire. The combination of methodology should provide both quantitative and qualitative data to help us understand both the level of objective efficacy of the treatment and the subjective experiences of the users, including some nuance as to why people do or don't prefer online treatments. Previous studies in the efficacy of online treatments have showed that many users have reasons to prefer online treatments, especially accessibility. Data from the DAST-10 reports collected 3 months after treatment will show how effective the treatment has been in helping clients maintain sobriety. With a wide enough sample, this will allow us to understand if treatment was successful in its primary goal of maintaining sobriety, and how the level of success for online treatment compares to the success levels for in-person treatments. The individual interviews with people will be more subjective, but may provide us with more information on why clients choose a specific type of intervention and what problems they may have with those interventions that won't affect their sobriety but may affect their experience. The data from this study can be used to better understand the relationship between online treatments and expected client outcomes. There is a strong bias against online treatment in some members of the social work field, as many practitioners were not trained or expecting to participate in the level of online treatment that became necessary over the COVID-19 pandemic. Whether these biases are confirmed by quantitative data or qualitative client experience reports should help us better understand our biases as clinicians and whether online treatments are a method we should explore in more detail or make more widely available. It is often difficult to gather effective data regarding substance use. as a level of false reporting or disengagement can be higher than other populations we might study. It is also difficult to determine the level of efficacy for a treatment that is not fully evolved yet. We are comparatively new to online vectors of therapy, and we may not yet have made the adjustments for this medium that will lead to the highest possible levels of efficacy. This study can only show how effective current methods of treatment are, not how effective they might be once they are better refined. It is possible that even if a low level of efficacy is shown now, a much higher level of efficacy is possible if we adjust our methods of treatment, develop new types of treatment, or find other ways to better engage with the population through online means than we currently have available or studied. Some key takeaways. There has been limited research into the efficacy of online interventions for substance use disorders in the past, with most studies beginning after the COVID-19 pandemic. We have less than 5 years of data for most of this treatment method, which is abnormal considering that most of these treatments that are being used while in a new medium are treatments that have existed for decades. Other studies have also shown that without changing elements of interventions aside from the vector, there have been high levels of subjective efficacy as reported by clinicians and clients. While much of this data is not qualitative and has limited support, the most initial findings actually show that this vector may be effective in treating substance use disorder and even may be more accessible and appealing to clients. Accessibility remains a major element of attendance for substance use disorder treatment, and online interventions have been shown to improve accessibility. Further research may show ways in which online interventions may be modified to improve efficacy. Here are my references showing some previous studies that have been done over the last 4 years showing the efficacy of substance use disorder treatment through online mediums.